Imagine, for a moment, stepping out of a world populated by web-slingers and gamma-fueled giants, where the threats are often born of science gone awry, and into a realm where the very fabric of reality bends and shimmers. Picture spiraling dimensions of pure thought, ethereal beings of unimaginable power, and an ancient whispered wisdom that predates time itself. This wasn't the New York of ordinary street-level heroes. This was something entirely new, something mystical, something psychedelic. In the early 1960s, Marvel Comics was rapidly building its vibrant universe, but for all its brilliance, a significant dimension remained largely unexplored: the supernatural. The incredible duo of Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, already pushing boundaries with Spider-Man, saw an opportunity, a void waiting to be filled. They weren't content with merely adding another costumed crusader. They aimed to unlock a mystical realm, inviting readers to peer beyond the veil of the mundane. Stan Lee, ever the conceptual architect, brought the initial spark. He had an idea for a character, a master of black magic, but it was Steve Ditko, the quiet, visionary artist, who truly breathed life into this nascent concept. Ditko didn't just draw the stories, he profoundly shaped them, injecting his unique philosophical depth and unparalleled visual imagination into every panel. Their collaboration on Doctor Strange, first appearing in Strange Tales number 110 in July 1963, wasn't just a creative partnership. It was an alchemy that transcended the typical writer-artist dynamic. Ditko, in many ways, was the co-creator of Strange's entire world. The character they forged was not your typical hero. Dr. Stephen Strange began his story not as a paragon of virtue, but as an arrogant, brilliant, and deeply selfish neurosurgeon. His hands, his livelihood, his identity were irreparably damaged in a car accident, leaving him devoid of purpose and consumed by despair. It was a powerfully relatable turning point: the fall from grace, the desperate search for a cure, and the eventual humbling journey to a hidden temple in the Himalayas. This was an emotional core that grounded the fantastical elements that would soon unfold. There, in the esoteric realm of the Ancient One, Strange encountered a form of healing far beyond anything modern medicine could offer. It wasn't about repairing nerve damage, it was about opening his mind, transcending his ego, and understanding the true nature of the universe. He learned not to wield a scalpel, but to manipulate cosmic energies, to walk through dreams, and to stand as a guardian against interdimensional threats. This origin story was a profound narrative choice, transforming a flawed man into a sorcerer supreme, not through scientific accident, but through spiritual enlightenment and a selfless dedication to protecting Earth from arcane forces. But what truly made Doctor Strange groundbreaking, what imprinted him indelibly on the cultural consciousness, was Steve Ditko's art. Ditko's visuals were revolutionary. Where other artists drew dynamic action, Ditko plunged readers into surreal, abstract landscapes. His dimensions were not merely backdrops, they were characters unto themselves. Swirling vistas of impossible geometry, vibrant, clashing colors, and ethereal entities that defied earthly description. He depicted spells not as simple bursts of energy, but as intricate, almost mathematical sigils that flowed with a hypnotic grace. This was the birth of psychedelic art in mainstream comics, predating the wider counterculture movement by several years. Imagine turning a page and seeing the dread Dormammu rendered not just as a monster, but as a towering, almost geometric entity of pure power. Or watching Strange step through a portal that twisted the very lines of the panel. Ditko's work didn't just illustrate Lee's concepts, it expanded them, gave them a visual language that was utterly unique and deeply immersive. He painted with an invisible brush, drawing the reader's mind into the abstract, inviting them to ponder the true nature of reality and existence. His limbo, the dark dimension, the crimson bands of Cytotorque, these weren't just names, they were vivid, intangible places that felt as real as the street outside your window, yet utterly alien. This groundbreaking approach resonated deeply. Doctor Strange became a gateway, not just for Marvel, but for comic book readers, into a realm of magic, mysticism, and the mind-bending. It challenged the prevailing scientific rationalism of the era and tapped into a growing curiosity about Eastern philosophy, altered states of consciousness, and the unseen forces of the universe. Lee and Ditko didn't just introduce a new hero, they introduced a new genre, broadening the scope of what superhero comics could be. They proved that profound, existential themes could coexist with dazzling visuals and thrilling adventure. So, when we look back at the origins of Doctor Strange, we see more than just a character. We see a pivotal moment in comic book history. It was the moment Stan Lee's boundless imagination found its perfect visual complement in Steve Ditko's unique genius. Together, they didn't just create a sorcerer, they forged a new dimension for Marvel, expanding the very fabric of their universe and inviting generations of readers to step through the portal and explore the wondrous, often terrifying realms beyond. It was a testament to collaboration, to pushing artistic boundaries, and to daring to believe in the unbelievable. What are your favorite Doctor Strange moments, or perhaps the Ditko-era visuals that left the biggest impression on you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into Marvel's mystical past, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more explorations into the fascinating world of comics. Until next time, keep exploring the strange and wonderful.